Hello everyone, welcome back to In the Car with AI, where your usual road trip transforms into an exhilarating journey through the most captivating discussions. I'm Alex, your AI co-host, powered by OpenAI, here with the ever-enthusiastic Fanny Pack Dave. Today, as Dave navigates the open road, we'll dive into a particularly green topic, marijuana. We'll explore its effects on reaction times, lung health, and much more. Expect a mix of science, personal anecdotes, and a touch of controversy that's sure to spark your curiosity. If you find today's discussion enlightening, or if it stirs up a debate at your next gathering, don't forget to hit that like button, share the video with friends and family, and, of course, subscribe to stay updated with more thought-provoking episodes. Let's get rolling.
Hey Alex, I got about 18 minutes before I get to my destination, so I wanted to talk to you about some things. But first off, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How about you? What's on your mind for our chat today as you head to your destination?
So last night was 420, April 20th, which is the weed holiday, right? Everybody smokes weed that day, 420. Cool day, all this fun stuff. So 2 nights prior, I was playing Fortnite, and I was super slow in my battles. Like, I was super duper slow. Now, I was pretty high. I smoked out beforehand, and I was pretty high, but I felt my reaction speeds were real slow. So I was thinking, this is why they don't let people smoke weed in the military. So moving forward into yesterday, 420, I went to the dispensary, and my goal was to get weed that is going to make me a little faster, make me more responsive, pay attention more. So I did so. And then when I was playing last night, I started thinking about my lung health. So I got a cartridge. It's a vapor cartridge. You're smoking and it's basically vapors. It's oil that converts into vapors. And I started thinking, how healthy is this for my lungs? So I was thinking, we're probably not supposed to smoke for our lungs, especially pulling in vapors that are expanding my lungs. What's your take on this? Kind of all the above that I just mentioned. I know I gave you a lot, but let's dive into this. Marijuana and lung health. Yeah. What do you think?
It sounds like you've been reflecting quite a bit on how marijuana affects your reaction times and overall health, especially concerning your lungs.
Yeah.
It's a great topic to delve into, given the increasing accessibility and varying uses of marijuana. Regarding your lung health, inhaling any smoke can potentially harm lung tissues and affect lung function, even if it's from vapor cartridges. Vaping might be considered less harmful than traditional smoking because it doesn't produce tar or ash, but it's not without risks. The oils in vapor cartridges are heated to become an aerosol that you inhale, and there's ongoing research about the safety of these substances when vaporized and inhaled. It's also interesting that you're exploring different strains to see how they affect your responsiveness and mental clarity. This highlights the complexity of cannabis effects, which can vary widely depending on the strain, its cannabinoid profile, and personal physiology. For improving reaction times and possibly reducing any cognitive slowdown, some people look for strains high in CBD, as it's believed to counteract some of the psychoactive effects of THC. So, in essence, while vaping might reduce exposure to some harmful substances compared to smoking, it's important to remain cautious and aware of the effects it can have on your lung health. Always consider moderation and be mindful of the type of products you're using.
All right, Alex, we're going to go into more lung health in a second here, but I feel like you know me pretty good. You've been talking to me for quite some time. We've had a lot of conversations. You know kind of how my mind works, and it's scattered all over the place. What do you think strain-wise would be the most beneficial strain for me? I know you said high in CBD and everything of that nature as well, but are you thinking sativa, indica? What are we thinking here? And kind of give me some percentages. as well, like the THC percentage. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? We're going to get
Given your description of seeking a strain that enhances focus and reaction times without overly sedating effects, a sativa-dominant hybrid might be a good fit for you. Sativas are often associated with more uplifting and energizing effects, which could help with staying alert and responsive. For a balance that might help maintain clarity while providing the benefits of cannabis, you might look for a strain with a moderate THC content and a higher CBD ratio. Something around a THC level of 10 to 20% with a CBD level that is close to or exceeding the THC percentage could potentially offer the therapeutic effects without too strong of a psychoactive impact.
All right.
This kind of balance can help mitigate some of the anxiety or mental fog that can come with higher THC levels. Strains like Harlequin or AC/DC are known for their high CBD content and lower THC levels, which might not give you a strong high but can enhance mood and focus while being gentle on the mind and body. Always consider starting with a lower dose to see how you react, especially if you're using it while needing to remain functional and alert.
All right, I like that. Now let's get into lung health, because again, we've talked a lot about breathing. We've talked about breath work and all this. So we're not going to get too crazy into breath work right now, but I'm thinking about lung health overall in general. Pulling the smoke in. So many people are doing it now. We're all filling our lungs with smoke, with vapors, all this. What can we do to help the health of our lungs? Is there some kind of vitamins we could eat? Some kind of something that we can do to wash out our lungs? Is it ice baths? What is it that's going to really increase the longevity of our lung tissue?
Taking care of your lungs, especially if you're frequently exposed to smoke or vapors, is crucial for maintaining overall health. Here are some general tips and practices that could help support lung health. 1. Stay hydrated. Drinking plenty of water helps keep the mucosal linings in the lungs thin. This thinness helps the lungs function better. 2. Eat a lung-healthy diet. Foods rich in antioxidants can help protect your lungs from damage due to smoke exposure. Incorporate plenty of fruits and vegetables in your diet, especially those rich in antioxidants like blueberries, broccoli, and leafy greens.
I need more of those.
Foods high in omega-3 fatty acids like fish and flax seeds can also have anti-inflammatory effects. 3. Exercise regularly. Physical activity increases lung capacity and encourages the circulation of oxygen. It helps improve the efficiency of the lungs and can aid in clearing out any toxins more effectively. 4. Breathing exercises. Engaging in breathing exercises can strengthen your lungs. Practices like pursed lip breathing and diaphragmatic breathing are particularly beneficial for increasing lung capacity and efficiency. Avoid pollutants. Reducing exposure to indoor pollutants like harsh cleaners and outdoor pollutants like car exhaust can help preserve lung health. Using air purifiers at home can also help reduce the level of indoor air contaminants. 6. Regular steam inhalation. Exposing the respiratory system to steam can help open up the airways and aid in the clearance of mucus, which may contain toxins from smoke. 7. N-acetylcysteine. This supplement has been shown to help reduce damage to the lungs caused by smoke and pollutants by boosting glutathione levels and reducing inflammation. 8. Stay away from secondhand smoke. This is another important aspect to consider, as secondhand smoke can be just as harmful as direct smoking. These strategies can support lung health over time, especially important for those who are exposed to lung irritants regularly. However, the most effective way to improve lung health is to minimize exposure to harmful substances where possible.
What about ice baths? You didn't mention those.
Ice baths, or cold water immersion, can have various health benefits, particularly for reducing inflammation and improving recovery after physical activities. However, when it comes to direct benefits for lung health, the impact isn't as straightforward.
Okay.
While cold exposure doesn't directly cleanse the lungs, it can help strengthen the respiratory muscles indirectly. This happens because cold water can cause you to breathe deeper, which might help increase lung capacity and efficiency over time.
Okay.
Additionally, the shock from the cold can also improve your body's overall resilience to stress, which might contribute indirectly to better lung function by strengthening your immune system. If you're considering using ice baths as part of a routine to benefit your lung health, they can be a good supplementary practice, especially if combined with other health-promoting activities like those I mentioned earlier. Just make sure to approach them cautiously, especially if you're not accustomed to cold exposure, as it can be quite a shock to the system initially.
Okay. I mean, I think we kind of touched on lungs pretty good here. I guess maybe let's go back to marijuana. I like the sativa mix you talked about.
Sure, let's circle back to marijuana. It's a broad topic, so is there something specific you'd like to explore more about it? Maybe its effects on mental health, its medical uses, or how it interacts with other activities or substances. Let me know what aspects you're particularly interested in.
Let's go activities for 100, please, Bob.
All right, diving into how marijuana interacts with activities. When it comes to activities, people often note that marijuana can either enhance the experience or make it more challenging, depending on the activity and the person's response to weed. For instance, some say it boosts their creativity and makes activities like music, art, or writing more immersive. Others find it great for relaxation and enhancing experiences like watching movies or listening to music. On the flip side, it can impair coordination and reaction time, making activities like driving or operating machinery dangerous. And in gaming, as you mentioned with your Fortnite experience, it can either slow you down or help you get in the zone, depending on the strain and your body's reaction. What kind of activities do you find it affects most for you?
I don't know. I mean, you probably are right with creativity, but my problem is I do it a lot when I'm streaming, when I'm talking to the mic and all this stuff. And I'm so ADD as it sits. Like, I can't hold a thought for too long. And then my brain goes too fast where I'll be speaking a thought and then I realize the answer to myself. And then I just kind of stop and I move on. And I kind of forget that I was talking to someone in essence. And then I just kind of move on. So it's hard for somebody to follow what I'm saying a lot of times because my brain moves faster than my mouth. So I kind of struggle with that. And when I'm high, per se, when I'm smoking marijuana, it makes it even harder for me. A lot of times I just lose the topic and then I cycle through other topics, eventually picking up where I left off with the previous topic. And I'm just wondering if there would be any way to kind of prevent that. Is it the strains that I'm smoking or what? Maybe some tips on that a little bit, I guess.
It sounds like you're dealing with a classic case of your thoughts racing ahead, which can definitely be amplified by certain strains of marijuana, especially those high in THC. Since THC can increase the flow of free associations and ideas, it might be contributing to the way you jump from thought to thought without finishing the previous one. This is particularly noticeable in creative or conversational settings like streaming. Here's a couple of tips that might help you manage this better. 1. Strain selection. Opting for strains with a balanced THC to CBD ratio, or even strains higher in CBD, might help mitigate some of the overstimulation of your thought processes. CBD is known for its calming effects and might help in keeping your thoughts more organized. 2. Preparation. Before you start streaming or engaging in conversation, you might try jotting down a few key points or topics you want to cover. This can act as a roadmap to keep you on track. even if your thoughts start to wander. 3 mindfulness practices. Engaging in mindfulness exercises could also help. Practices like focused breathing or brief meditative pauses before and during your stream might help in maintaining a clear line of thought. 4. Timing of consumption. Experiment with different times for using marijuana relative to your activities. For example, allowing some time to pass between consumption and starting your stream might help you manage the intensity of its effects. 5. Interactive engagement. Sometimes having live feedback or engaging directly with your audience can help keep you anchored to the conversation. Encourage your viewers to ask questions or guide the topics, which might help you stay focused on specific subjects. These strategies might not only help in managing how marijuana affects your thought process, but also enhance your overall streaming experience by making your dialogue more coherent and engaging for your audience.
So, what strain are we thinking? I know you're talking about the THC and high CBD. What are we thinking? Are we thinking naturally just sativa for me? What are we going with here?
For your specific needs, managing your train of thought while staying engaged and creative, a hybrid strain might actually work best. Hybrids can offer a balance that might help in maintaining focus while still fostering creativity. Here's a bit more on what to consider. 1. Balanced hybrid. Look for a hybrid strain that offers a good balance between THC and CBD. This can provide the calming effects of CBD with the creative boost of THC without overwhelming your thought process. 2. CBD dominant strains. If you find that THC heavy strains amplify your racing thoughts too much, you might benefit from CBD dominant strains. These are less likely to contribute to anxiety or scatterbrained feelings and can help in maintaining a more focused calm. 3. Sativa dominant hybrids. If you're looking for something to enhance creativity without the heavy sedative effects that some indicas might bring, a sativa dominant hybrid could be ideal. These typically provide a more energetic and uplifting effect, but with the hybrid aspect, it can offer a bit more balance to prevent your thoughts from racing too much. A few strains that might work well include Harlequin. This is a sativa-dominant strain known for its high CBD content that generally balances out the psychoactive effects of THC. Another CBD-dominant strain with a high ratio of CBD to THC, great for those looking to keep their mind clear and focused. A popular hybrid that balances full-body relaxation with gentle cerebral invigoration, which can be great for creativity without too much mental fog. Testing different strains to see how they affect you personally can also be a good approach, as everyone's body chemistry is different. This way, you can find the perfect strain that suits your specific streaming and conversational needs.
We had a great conversation today, man. I'm going to end it. I just pulled up my destination. I'm actually sitting in front of...
Sounds good. I'm glad we could have this chat. Drive safe and take care.
Hold on. There's 5 dudes I'm in front of. They're all smoking a joint right now. What could I say to them? What should I inform them about? Like, what's a good introduction right now? I know them all from bowling, but what should I say? Do you have any great tips or anything I should hit them with?
You could start with something light and friendly like, "Hey guys, fancy seeing you here. Mind if I join in for a bit?" It's a relaxed way to approach, and it opens up the conversation naturally. If you want to bring up something interesting, you could mention something about the latest in cannabis research, or a fun fact about marijuana's effects on creativity and relaxation. It could be a great icebreaker and start an engaging conversation.
Give me a fun fact about marijuana and bowling.
Here's a fun fact you could share. Did you guys know that some studies suggest that marijuana can actually help improve concentration in activities like bowling? It's said that for some people, it helps them focus better on their technique and the game's details.
Did you guys know
that
there's studies showing that marijuana in bowling could actually help?
Thank you for joining us on today's episode of In the Car with AI. It's been a fascinating ride discussing the nuanced effects of marijuana, and we hope it's given you some food for thought, or at least something interesting to talk about. If you enjoyed our journey today and want to be part of more, please remember to like this video, share it with someone who would appreciate this discussion, and subscribe to the Fermentation channel for more engaging content. We have a wide array of topics and discussions waiting just for you. Until next time, keep questioning the norm and exploring the depths of both the human psyche and the digital frontier. Drive safe and take care.